as well, but Snitch is...
Oh, Stormbolt!
The Stormbolt connects and he goes down. They're turning on his army. They picked up a Dragon Knight, and Cloud9 suddenly is...
Oh, the body blocks! Oh, almost Harmony got taken out. Body blocking Johanna with Falstad. K1's Pro audacity is boundless, it almost seemed like, but then he finally gave the ground as he started taking too much damage.
All right, K1 trading out pretty effectively versus ADRD, but able to use that dimensional shift to get out of harm's way. Cloud9 currently up 2-0, but they do have their heroics running through them. We see Wailing was picked up along with 7-sided strike Avatar. We have Misha, but Falstad is debating his heroic.
Or maybe hiding it. Showing last minute whether it will be the damage or the displacement. In the meantime, we have a convergence on iDream. He doesn't have any escape. Can Dunk Train keep him alive?
Oh my goodness, the Jaina damage is coming through.
Oh.
Barely does manage to pick him off. And the Mighty Gust was picked up, but just a little bit too late. It's also interesting that Tassadar is considering his heroic pickup here. Force Wall has been quite prominent in this tournament, but the power of Archon, not what it once used to be, but still quite good for your team. And when you have two supports, do you really need Force Wall?
Yeah, it is a very difficult choice, and he's hiding it for a reason, just to cast a bit of doubt into it. He may even be letting it depend on how the game goes. I don't think so, probably. I think it's probably just hiding it. But yeah, if you were ever going to take Archon, you should hide it as long as possible. That's what these pro gamers can pretty much afford themselves. They're good enough not to be like, oh no, I didn't pick my heroic, didn't use it in the fight. No, these guys are really good. So it's just one click away, and the element of surprise is worth a lot.
Okay, Athero K1 Pro dueling in the top part of the battleground. A nice Ancient Spirit going off, but Mighty Gust is spent to slip away. Of course, that's a 40-second cooldown heroic. Not a big deal to use that in that situation.
Yeah, just like Kel'Thas's Phoenix, it can be used almost as a fourth basic ability. Whenever you can save yourself with it, you should definitely do it. Pressure now by Team Dignitas. They want to force a fight before level 13, but that becomes a forlorn hope as Cloud9 is drawing very near. Stormbolts connects. Wailing arrow!
And the Envenom goes off. Snitch will end up falling here, and they're putting some pressure onto Johanna in the bottom. But with that pickup, Cloud9 secure themselves a full level lead in level 13 with those talents.
Yeah, nicely done by them. They can continue to pressure now the power of Sylvanas, which is why Cloud9 loves that hero so much. Pushing the bottom forward with impunity. Nothing to be done by Johanna. All she can do, all Zarmany can do there on Johanna, is just to stay near it and try and get a bit of experience and try to slow the advance of Cloud9's rampage.
Yeah, just absolutely phenomenal decision-making. 3-1 in terms of kills. The Dragon Trines are once again active, and if you control them, you can get that Dragonite. But we do see Dignitas, they've kind of recuperated. They're back on the battlefield, and they're putting that presence in the top part of the battleground.
I feel a lot of confidence coming from Cloud9 here. The way they are playing shows a lot of confidence and power. That Mighty Gust was a little bit overconfident, didn't hit. It means they can pretty much dictate how the next fight is going.
All right, King Caffeine actually just wasted Dwarf Toss, so if he goes too deep, he can't get back out until it's off cooldown. So he does have to play careful here. Yeah, just walking away a little bit with Johanna in that front line. Notice Sonya hiding in the bush. If they step forward too much, the Ancient Spear will come out in a heartbeat. Too much, the Ancient Spear will come out in a heartbeat.
Now, every 5 versus 4 is an investment. You need to get something done. iDream was still pushing the top XP. That means that Athero had to leave now. Dragon Knight for Cloud9.
Right under their nose. The moment they stepped away, Cloud9 was so confident to just step forward and channel and grab that dragon.
Oh, Snitch, no. Can he get away? Ice block.
K1 Pro, bit of a bad situation. The shields come off. Mighty Gust is
flying away.
He's trying to fly.
Oh!
The snowball just barely.
You saw that projectile following him. Unbelievable.
Oh man, Athero is looking for blood here in the top, though. We do see Dunk Train, the whole team up here except for Falstad. He will not have Fly for some time since he used it defensively, so he just needs to heal up and come back out of the action. Cloud9 playing rather safe, but they have that 2-level advantage.
90% HP on the Dragonite, 20 seconds left. They can start using it a bit more brazenly. Starting to hit that fort a little bit, and that's exactly what King Caffeine is doing. He doesn't care about the damage he's taking anymore. 12 seconds is what he's got, and what he wants is level 16 and taking down this fort.
Oh, this is such a huge window with that level advantage for them. They can be as aggressive as they like to really try to bring the pain and force themselves into a great spot for level 20.
All right, level 16 has been reached. Feign death for Rexar. We've got Stone Skin coming out for Muradin. Karazim is going with the Circle of Life, presumably. And the dagger that makes everyone a little bit more invulnerable, vulnerable from Sylvanas.
Oh no, we see the Dimensional Shift has to be used already. ADRD in a bit of a bad spot, a lot of damage going up. Again, Prescience goes off, but will he be able to survive through this? Blessed Shield does not manage to hit anyone, just buying time to get them out of there.
Cloud9 is starting to throw their weight around here as they're starting to steal Dignitas' Siege Giant. There's no label on it, but you can pretty much assume it's on their own side. Normally Dignitas would love to have them. Is Cloud9 going to pressure with that? We see iDream soaking the middle lane with Rexar. Even as they're starting to push in, iDream is going to join his allies in combat. And what?
Oh, Tassadar, the explosion from the minions. Unstable Poison takes him out.
Wow.
They're powering through this wall with their giants, just escorting them, getting them in 7 seconds. Doing so much damage. The heals are not enough, and he goes down. Cloud9 will get a keep only 12 minutes into this game.
It's a double kill out of nothing. Cloud9 takes a keep at minute 12 and will live to tell the tale easily. Starting to take down a healing fountain a little bit. Athero was taking a bruiser cap. Now they're starting to push into the middle. We've got another 20 seconds of no Johanna. This could be a second keep, Jake.
Oh my goodness, it is. I mean, this is insane. Cloud9 just showing how confident they are. A lot of teams would have just opted to back out, but Sylvanas disabling those structures. You see she was actually going back and forth between the tower and the keep to make sure they took no damage. They are in a dominating spot right now.
Very nice play there by Fan on Sylvanas, and a bit of a blunder there by ADRD, dying on the Tassadar so close to the gate. I guess they died there as a team, as he was unable to save himself with Prescience, with Dimensional Shift, with healing from Morales. It's just a bit unlucky. And Jake, we have yet to see a single Medivac.
You're right. They haven't really been in an opportunity where they can use that to go across the map and try to make plays. Medivac's something that you often use either to escape or to attack in a very specific manner, right? Over maybe one shrine.
Exactly.
Or to chase someone when they're falling, or when you're chasing them into their lane. But they've never really been in a spot where it made a whole lot of sense to use.
Right, they have not been in a level of comfort. Cloud9 has put the pressure on, they have piled it on, and they're keeping it on. I see Falstad flying to the back, Sonya in the middle, being mighty gusted away, seven-sided strike!
So much damage from that Karazim Heroic. 50% of your health gets removed, and Sonya falls like she's nothing.
Now they're starting to close in, hungry for blood. Chasing here, Karazim with his punches. They're starting to occupy the shrines now. Fan on Sylvanas, heading towards the middle.
And there's the Medivac going to the top lane. So this is the kind of use you want to see. They're trying to stall out the dragon. Will Cloud9 channel in time? No. So that is going to be Bakery picking that up, and a nice denial of the dragon.
Yeah, very good move. Note also that if he stayed a second longer, he would have the shrine, but he would be at risk of dying. A very fair trade. Taking it to the halfway point disables it for the opponent, but all it actually did was provide something like a 10-second delay. Cloud9 still gets the Dragon Knight. They're pushing in. There's no keep in the middle lane, and it's level 20 versus 17.
Yeah, they're going to have those Storm Talons any moment, and note that they're going down the mid lane, which means they want the core. 2 keeps down already, a 3-level advantage. This defense is not going to be easy.
As the tower goes down, the way is clear. They're starting to be pushing in here. King Caffeine on the Dragon Knight looking for his next move. New minion wave is spawning.
Yeah, just drive them back a little bit as they regain their composure. They want to escort those catapults up forward, and even this split push from Falstad, the fact that he can take out these towers in the top lane and then fly into the battle when he's needed most is just exemplifying how good he is with that global mobility he has.
Yeah, exactly. Now we see Epic Mount indeed, by the way, being picked up by him. Super cool. And they're starting to push in through the top again. Oh, seven-sided strike, Wailing Arrow!
A lot of sustain comes out to keep Johanna up. Wailing Arrow not quite enough to seal the deal for any of those kills, but they're all very weak, and the Dragon is...
Oh, the dodge on the Blessed Shield!
Nicely done there. The keep will end up falling. Falstad rotating around the bottom. I believe Mighty Gustia still down, so they don't have that. Snitch is getting super low ice block to dodge the Stormbolt. King Caffeine needs to back away, but the core is starting to take some damage.
K1 Pro jumping in with Falstad. They have 4 catapults pushing in. I feel like at this point they can just go for the core.
They're going for it. Cloud9 is knocking on the door of Dignitas. It's down to 40%, and I think they've done it. Game number 1 goes to Cloud9. What a start into this grand finals, the rotations, the plays, busting out Falstad, a hero we haven't seen them play at Dragonshire in I don't know how long, when it matters the most.
Absolutely amazing play by Cloud9 as they fairly trashed Team Dignitas in the opening game. A strong statement that says, we are here in the grand finals and it belongs to us. And now it will remain to be seen whether Team Dignitas can provide a compelling counter argument to that.
I mean, it really seems like they shook them up in the draft, right? Cloud9 not going with what they're predicted to do. That's what it's all about in the grand finals, throwing off your opponent. Even StarCraft, any strategy game, you're going to try to do a new build order that your opponent doesn't really fully understand, and it seemed to work out pretty well, Kubi.
Yes, absolutely. We actually got to see a little bit of a different style of that Kharazim that it's been all about the Divine Palms up until this point and how well Bakery was able to, execute those always at the last second. But there is that other very viable option in the 7-sided strike. Now, we were sort of hyping up the Rexar play and really the capability that you have with that bear out, and that stun could come out at any moment, right? So they did a very nice play in the bottom lane that I really want to highlight in our Windows 10 game DVR replay, so let's head on over to that. Now, the real big setup for it is we just had this takedown on Tassadar in the bottom lane, and look at this position that Zarmany has stepped forward into. The big thing that I want to highlight is that he feels safe. Now, Johanna is a hero that has the iron skin, and that grants her unstoppable. She cannot be stunned out for this time, but you have crossed this line, and you have gone too far. We have the bear that is just right here, and like I said, at any moment, that stun could fly out. Once that happens, we are going to see the 7-sided strike. That's 7% HP taken away. It doesn't matter. Take half of your health if you're stepping in every single hit of that 7-sided strike. So go ahead and advance it right here. He steps forward. There's the stun from iDream, taking most of the hits from that, able to get a great lockdown in King Caffeine with the Dwarf Toss to follow that up. Just a really nice execution of a different style of play for that Kharazim.
You know, Dwarf Toss kills are possibly my favorite type of kill in the whole game because it doesn't look like it should do a lot of damage, but it does enough to secure those last hits quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. And if it had been just a single kill on Tassadar, it could still be salvageable. Maybe they could still save the middle keep. Yeah. But with that second one there on Johanna, and the way that they were staggered with 15 seconds in between them, that was really the one that gave them a second keep and ultimately sealed the game completely in Cloud9's favor.
You know, but this is a best-of-5 series. Many games, I mean, you need to win 3 times to secure yourself a victory, so there's plenty of time for Cloud9 to not secure it, for Dignitas to bring it back. Because Cloud9, of course, 2 more wins, that's a whole best-of-3 matchup right there.
Absolutely it is. But really, it's all about that mental edge as well, and you cannot stress that enough. Having just taken down DK in a 2-0 in a very convincing fashion with some strange hero picks, and now being launched right into the grand finals with a 1-0 victory, you know Cloud9's feeling good.
You know, we actually have something really cool set up, a very special interview over with Anna. Anna, take it away.
This is special indeed, guys, because I am here with Dunk Train's parents. Can we get a choo-choo for them? Choo-choo. What are your names?
Ailey Arabian.
Caroline.
So nice to meet you guys. How does it feel to be sitting here in the audience surrounded by people who are cheering for your son in this match?
Fantastic. Just loving the experience. We've been watching for months as he's been playing, so it's great stuff, great stuff.
Is this ever a career path you thought you would see him take?
God, no. No. Not at all.
But are you excited about it now?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We love it, and we're looking forward to them play the next games.
Do you feel like they have a really good chance to take the finals?
Absolutely. Absolutely. With this crowd behind them, yes.
Is there anything, if you could say, this is a great crowd, it really is. If you could say one thing right now to your son before he plays this next and potentially, well, not quite final match, what would you say?
Keep going, don't give him a break, and let's win it for the USA.
Don't blow it.
Thank you so much. Guys, we will be right back with more Heroes of the Storm right after this.
I think Dunk Train, as our captain, really brings a lot of stability to our team. We can, on occasion, get a little rowdy or kind of lose focus on what we're really trying to be practicing. And Dunk's really the one to be there and bring it all together and make sure that we stay on track.
Our team captain's just a really reasonable guy, and whenever there's just arguments or disagreements, he'll be there to just fix things. And whenever we just lose track of practice, he gets us focused again.
I'm team captain of a bunch of guys who are kind of goofballs. It makes it a lot easier. We just don't tend to get heated or upset, and you don't need to make administrative decisions that, you know, turn one person against another or anything like that, just because we're so relaxed.
I think like everyone on the team has pretty big egos, and Dunk is able to keep calm, and whenever we have like, you know, disagreements or whatever, he's there to kind of, you know, keep the peace.
Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, our legacy. My life for ire.
StarCraft II, Legacy of the Void. Pre-purchase now at StarCraft.com.
Let's end this thing. Once and for all. My life for ire.
StarCraft II, Legacy of the Void. Pre-purchase now at StarCraft.com.
Prepare yourselves. Coming this fall, a Hearthstone tournament like none other. The Collegiate Hearthstone Championship. In a whole new competitive format, teams of 3 from across North America will gather, craft their decks, and work together to be crowned champions.
You asked for it.
For justice.
And with over $100,000 in scholarships to win, why not give it a shot? For all the details, check out the link below. So gather your crew and sign up today. And stay tuned for more information about the live finals later this year.
We started playing as Bob. It was when ADOD had been from Gamers 2, and 3 of our players had stopped playing from SK, and then we found a third ranger who started playing the game. He'd been a friend of mine before he started playing Heroes of the Storm. So it was around that time that we were like, okay, we're 5 really strong individual players. A lot of us have experience in the past. We have the knowledge. ADOD's an incredibly smart captain and drafter and a shot caller. So I think if we said if we put all this together, I think we can make a top-level team.
Should I pick Nova with my... If you think 1 Nova is not deadly enough, let's try 3. Or should we pick the 2 Illidan's combo with Thrall to form a fearsome melee assassin team?
Like Rainer and then just go with like
Oh, man.
All right, so let's talk about game 1. Cloud9 busting out Falstad on Dragonshire.